The Lavender Witch and the Captain. Captain David stood proudly on the command bridge of the Dominion, his mega-colossal starship. The cobalt blue of his uniform was a perfect match for the vessel he commanded. He gazed out at the star-dusted blackness, a confident smile playing on his lips. Every hum of the ship's engines was a testament to his authority in the vast emptiness of space. A soft scent of lavender preceded her arrival. Kelvin, the Lavender Witch, glided onto the bridge, her elegant lavender dress shimmering under the soft lights. Her heels clicked softly on the deck as she came to stand beside David, her presence a magical counterpoint to the ship's cold technology. "Anything interesting, Captain?" Kelvin asked, her voice like a melody. David pointed towards the main view screen. "Something you need to see," he replied. Before them, an impossible sight unfolded. A swirling, nebula-like ocean, the size of a galaxy, floated serenely in the void. It was made of pure, shimmering water, dotted with islands of starlight. Their wonder was shattered by the sudden appearance of a monstrous vessel. It was a biocollector, a colossal, aggressive-looking ship of jagged dark metal and pulsating organic parts. It moved with predatory grace towards the tranquil space ocean, its intentions clearly hostile. Suddenly, from the depths of the cosmic sea, 5 majestic beings emerged. They were ethereal whales, their bodies armored in crystalline plates that shimmered with inner light. They swam gracefully from the water into the vacuum of space, their forms radiating a powerful, ancient energy. Without hesitation, the ethereal whales launched their assault. Beams of pure ethereal energy shot from their crystalline bodies, striking the biocollector's dark hull. The void lit up with flashes of brilliant light as the cosmic leviathans engaged their monstrous foe. One of the whales, larger than the rest, broke from the attack and moved alongside the Dominion. A voice, ancient and calm, echoed not in the air, but directly in Kelvin's mind. "We are here to help, as you once helped me, little witch." Kelvin recognized it instantly. It was the very whale she and David had saved from cosmic hunters months ago. A look of fierce determination crossed Kelvin's face. She turned to David, her eyes blazing with lavender light. Without a word, she pulled him into a passionate kiss, a promise of her return. "I have to go," she whispered against his lips. Releasing him, Kelvin summoned her broom, a staff of polished silverwood with bristles of pure magical energy. With a final, determined glance at David, she ran towards the main airlock, her lavender dress flowing behind her like a royal banner. The outer doors hissed open, but no air escaped. A bubble of Kelvin's magic protected her as she flew out into the void. She soared gracefully through space and landed gently atop the massive head of her ethereal whale friend, standing tall as it swam towards the battle. Back on the bridge, David's hands flew across the command console. "Helm, bring us into the fight. Target that biocollector. All power to forward weapons." His voice boomed with authority, echoing the resolve in Kelvin's eyes. The Dominion surged forward. "Fire the magical cobalt cannon! Fire the lightning gun!" David roared. 2 immense weapons deployed from the Dominion's hull. A beam of swirling cobalt energy and a torrent of crackling lightning erupted, slamming into the biocollector's dark shields. Riding her whale, Kelvin joined the assault. She raised her broom and unleashed bolts of pure lavender magic. The whale beside her fired its own blast of ethereal energy. The 2 attacks intertwined, a beautiful and deadly spiral of power that struck the shields, causing them to flicker. The biocollector retaliated. Wicked-looking tentacles of dark energy lashed out, smashing into 2 of the ethereal whales. Their crystalline armor cracked under the brutal assault, and they fell back, their light dimming. A dark harpoon, crackling with negative energy, shot out and impaled a third whale. It cried out in a silent, psychic scream of pain. Seeing their injured comrades, the remaining 2 whales retreated, diving back into the safety of the space ocean. Only Kelvin and her whale, along with the Dominion, remained. They weaved through the enemy's attacks, their combined shields holding strong, but their attacks were no longer enough. They were taking no damage, but dealing only minor blows in return. "Darling, we need more power." Kelvin's voice crackled over the ship's comms, strained with effort. "Their shields are too strong." She clung to the whale's head, her lavender magic flaring as she deflected another blow. "I need them shields down," David replied, his mind racing. An idea, risky but brilliant, formed. "I'm firing the Greyhawks." He turned to his weapons officer. "Launch them, all of them." 1,000 hatches opened along the Dominion's hull. From them, a swarm of kamikaze drones, each armed with a powerful EMP warhead, launched into space. They flew like a metallic river, a wave of single-purpose machines designed for one thing: breaking shields. The drones slammed into the biocollector. One after another, they detonated, unleashing waves of electromagnetic energy. The biocollector's dark shields flickered violently, sputtered, and then collapsed completely, leaving the monstrous ship vulnerable. "Now's our chance," David yelled, sprinting from the command chair. He ran down the corridor to a new experimental chamber, the long-range tactical transporter room. A gleaming console awaited him. On the transporter pad lay a single, massive device, a 2 million megaton cobalt energy A-bomb. David quickly programmed the coordinates, targeting the biocollector's power room. He slammed his hand on the activation panel. "Kelvin, darling, get back!" he yelled into his comm. "I just transported a cobalt A-bomb." Hearing the warning, Kelvin urged her whale to retreat. They turned and flew as fast as they could. Behind them, the biocollector swelled with a brilliant internal light before exploding in a colossal, silent, mushroom-shaped cloud of cobalt blue energy. The battle was over. The great whale turned its head to look at Kelvin. It shed a single, crystalline tear which floated over and touched Kelvin's forehead. It absorbed into her skin, and in a shimmering pool of light, she was transformed. Her lavender dress became a sheer, light blue one. Her hair grew long and blonde, and a hat made of pure water formed on her head. She had become a water witch. In a cascade of water, Kelvin dissolved and reappeared on the Dominion's bridge, standing beside David. He stared, amazed at her new form. She simply smiled and stepped into his embrace. Together, they watched the great whale swim peacefully back to the space ocean before setting a course for their next adventure beyond the stars.